Hey there, Vinny from Project Frugal. In the last episode of Road to 100k, we were $697 in the black. Amazing. But then, this happened. And this is the reason why the stock market crashed, tumbled, whatever you want to call it. What's the go in New Zealand? Well, let's have a look at this article. Stock market has its worst day since 2022 as tech giants drop. AP explains whoever Associated Press, that's right. Financial markets around the world tumbled on Monday being Monday the August the 5th. Amid fears of a US economic slowdown, Japan's Nikkei had its biggest drop ever. Yeah, it's all doom and gloom, isn't it? Oh, bad economic figures from the US didn't help, I guess. Lower than expected earnings, higher unemployment rates. Oh, the market didn't like it. Never mind. So where does that leave us? What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Let's find out. So we were up $697 in the last episode of Road to 100k. This came along. We were negative, I think about maybe negative 1500, negative 1700, something like that. All in one big foul swoop. Terrible times. Just got in the black. Been there for a couple of days, maybe literally only 2 business days. And then this happens and everything goes splat. Ah, what a disaster. But fortunately the market has recovered. Let's go and check out the numbers. Let's go and check out the portfolio now. 84,222.56. We did put another $1,000 into the portfolio. That's all good. The sharesy save is now up to 5892.23. We're not going to be buying any shares at this stage. We just want to leave it in there till the end of the month so we can get that magical 5% deal that sharesy save have got at the moment. So we're going to get 0.4% over a 1 month period, which is not a lot of money, to be honest, especially on a $6,000 balance there. But never mind, we're going to go with that. We'll get a little bit of money regardless of what the market's doing. So we should be 84,697 up. We're 84,222 up. We have made a great recovery considering what happened. This is episode 84 of Road to 100k, so we are up a couple of $100 at least. Well, that's better than nothing, that's for sure. Better than being in the red like we were the other day. Well, literally only yesterday we were still in the red. Until today. Moving on to the portfolio, what a day it has been. You can see here, 1119.82, so $1,100 that the market has decided everything's sweet and everything's good, and we're going up, and we're going up at a large rate of knots, no doubt about it. Let's find out why. And the main reason why is the Reserve Bank drops the official cash rate to 5.25, down from 5.5. This means mortgage rates are coming down. People are going to have more money in their pocket. The Reserve Bank is trying its best to keep a lid on inflation, as it were. And yeah, things are pretty weak in the New Zealand market at the moment. So they've done this move, which is great for stock investors, that's for sure. And also homeowners with mortgages to pay. Also landlords who've got to come up with money to pay for mortgages on their rentals. Looks like a win-win to me. And with the Reserve Bank projecting that they're likely to keep on dropping rates in the foreseeable future, all is going pretty good, really. Going back to the portfolio, if we have a look at some of these daily changes, some of them are pretty extraordinary. Unfortunately, we don't have millions of dollars in there, but however, that's the way it goes. Look at Kathmandu, 9.52% up, Meridian 4.86. We've got $5,000 in that, so that's pretty good. 4.86 on $5,000. Well, you do the maths. Oh, it's a bit tricky, isn't it? Anyway, it's a pretty decent amount regardless. We've got 4.08% on Fletcher's. You know, it's all positive here. So how many have we got on the daily change? All of these are up, apart from we've got 2 no changes and 3 that didn't move at all. In fact, we can see it up here. We can see we've got today 19 gainers, 3 losers and 2 no changes. Pretty impressive. Moving on to the dividends, not a lot's changed here. We've still only got $29.70 coming in August at this stage. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing in September. I would be expecting things to be popping up for September. Maybe there's something wrong with my app, who knows. But there should be things coming up for September very, very shortly, and there'll be a lot of payouts. And based on the last year, $624, we should be expecting something similar, hopefully a little bit better than that, maybe $700 if we're lucky. And considering we're already in the black, if we can slap another $700 on there and maybe be up by $1,000, well, I wouldn't say no. Moving on to the share allocation, nothing much has changed here apart from the wallet increasing in value by another $1,000, bringing the balance up to $5,892. Will we do the $7 deal, or maybe if we just keep saving for a week or maybe another couple of pay cycles, maybe we'll look at the $15 deal. We'll just have to see how much money we've got in there at that point in time. See what is more cost effective in terms of fees for Sharesies purchases. And moving on to the NZX50 charts, you can see the week here. Well, everything's, was this a week, was this daily? I'm not 100% sure on that. It doesn't really matter anyway. You can see there's a big gain here anyway, regardless. This is when the, maybe this is daily, well, who knows. Anyway, the fortnight, let's have a look what's happened. So everything went down in the last couple of weeks. This is where we'd hit our peak. We were $700 up. In fact, maybe it needs to stretch back a little bit on that, but it also depends on what stock you've got. So a mixture of stocks, some of these may be impacted because this up here, this little red thing at the end here, is actually higher than it was 2 weeks ago. I would suggest that's pretty much based on what stock you own in your portfolio. Having said that, everything was doom and gloom, a little bit of a bump there, everything flattened out a bit, and huge gain on that bit there. And you can see it a bit better on this monthly chart here, where things are pretty good at the end of the month on the 31st of July, and everything goes splat. Yeah, it goes splat pretty quickly, to be honest. A little bit of a boost there, and flat again, and you can see this great rise here today. Who knows what's going to happen in the market tomorrow? Hard to say. Moving on to the 6 monthly chart, you can see it's still pretty volatile, but very impressive since July really, and it's just pretty much gone straight up, pretty much. And on the yearly chart, where we are reaching new highs here, it just has dipped a little bit here. You can't quite see the end of it, but there's a little bit of a spike on there as well. So that's all looking pretty good. And this is showing 84,150. Sharesies are saying 84,222 or whatever it was before. The difference is some of the Sharesies save dividends or interest that we've received rather. Some of the interest, some of the fees that we've paid, also the warrants. So I did have a look and seen if I could match up these numbers, but to be honest, it's not really worth all the effort involved. It's only $70 odd out, and that's going to fluctuate over time. We are getting some interest, we are paying some fees. I'm not too bothered. So we've got 84,150, we're going with that. Which basically means, according to this, forgetting about warrants, anything like that, we're up $150. Although technically it's really $200 and something that we're up. And that about wraps it up for this episode of Road to 100k. Thanks for joining us till the end. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll catch you later. See ya.